For this tutorial, we're going to add some dummy data to our project in order for us to test faster and avoid creating each post manually. For our dummy data, we're going to use factories. Factory is just a way to create dummy data faster. It's like if you want to create a lot, 20, 100, 1,000, doesn't matter. But factories will help us do that with ease. So we're going to actually create a model, factory, and migrations. Let's go back to our code. In here, when I create, let's open a new terminal interface. Let's type this command, php artisan make model. In here I want to say with migration, factory, and seeder. Click enter. Let's say post model. Alright, so I forgot to name my model. Normally you have to name the model right there. So click enter. Alright, so it created a post model, post factory, and post table. Next, let's add a field to the table. Let's just close all this, close all. Let's search for post table. In here we can go ahead and start adding our fields. So what is the post gonna have? Which is foreign ID, user ID, going to be constrained. Next is going to be table, string, description, nullable. Next is going to be table, string, location, also nullable. Next is going to be a boolean. We just copy this same one, click, make sure here it's table with the E. Go to the end of the line, click Ctrl C, Ctrl V down below the line. Here, let's just change this to allow commenting. Alright, next, here, what's next? Let's see. Okay, for example, Instagram, now, according to the new Instagram, you have posts and reels. For this course, we're going to keep it simple to making a reel with one video. We're going to add one more field. In here, let's call this one. It's going to be an enum value. Here we need the column name. We call this one type. Here with an array of our actual enums. A post or rel. Okay, so this field is actually required by default. Right, if that's done, after adding the posts, now we can go ahead and add some things to our model. Here, let's go and click post models. Use as factory, yes. Next, let's add protected, guarded. Next is protected casts. Casting, it just helps us serialize or validate our values from conversion. For example, this hide like. Actually here, make sure it's hide like view. Alright, sorry about that. Here, make sure you add hide like and view and make it a boolean because sometimes we might add, if for example we add a 0, 1, true or false, this will help us serialize our conversions. Here, allow, let's just copy from here to avoid any typos. Copy this, allow commenting. Here, paste it in there. Should also be a boolean. After adding the protected casts, add a function. It's going to be a user. The return type is, okay, a post belongs to, it's about relationships. A post will belong to a user. This is just a return type. Here, add return. And it's actually very important to add return types. They help avoid any unforeseen errors in the future. Return this belongs to the user model class. This simply just says each post will belong to one particular user. Later, we're going to add something like a media. So let's just add this for now so we can just work on one file per video. Yeah. Let's see, media. This will say it's going to be morph many. This does not exist yet, and we will add it later. Return this morph many. Here, media. We don't have this class yet. Just type media with a capital M class mediable. Just polymorphic relationships. If you don't know about these, it's just a way for us to, because the media can be an image, a video, and we don't want to create different tables just to add this thing. I'll explain about this more as we code. So for now, you can simply just comment this one out. Right, after adding this in our post model, next is that since we've added this to our belongs to a user, let's also add a reverse relationship in our user model. So let's open the user. In our user model, let's add something like here posts. Here we can say has many, because a user can have many posts. Here return this has many post class. One last thing for this video is that we have to create a factory for our posts. So here here do search post factory. In our definition, we're gonna add some fields to add with our fake library. So here start by typing user ID. Here you can say user factory. Make sure you import that, inject that factory. Here add some open close bracket. Here we can say description is equals to fake sentence, comma. Just copy this a few times. Here we can say location fake city. Here we can say allow commenting. You can say fake boolean. This one you can copy it again. Then here, actually to avoid typos, I don't like to retype things. Just go back to the post model. Copy this one, hide like view, and also paste it there. And one last thing here, we can say type is, for now let's just say post. Here let's add one more. We call this one configure. This just allows us to override some of these values here after creating this model. And say return this after creating. Here let's add the function inside, open bracket, some open curly brackets there. Yes. Here we're gonna say after creating post factory here. Now we're gonna say if the post type is equals to real. So here I can say media, which does not exist yet. Here type class factory. Here you can say real. Here we can say mediable type is going to be, we can say get class for this post. You just get the class path. Make this one, this is an array in the create, and we can say mediable ID to be equals to the post ID simply. Yes, the post ID. You close that. And now we're gonna copy this down below. If it's not a row, which means it is a post, so here we create post, and then in our next video we're actually going to create those functions and classes. So let's just comment this for now. Yeah, I think that's actually it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So